So we're going to continue solving linear inequalities, and I'm going to just do a few questions with you here to refresh your memory. So this is solving linear inequalities worksheet 2. Remember, when we solve linear inequalities, we just isolate our variable, and then the only thing that we really have to worry about is if we're dividing by a negative, in which case we have to flip the inequality sign. So in question 1 here, I would say you need to combine your like terms on the left-hand side first. So 2n plus n would give us a 3n is less than or equal to negative 12, and then we divide by 3. So in this case, even though we have a negative here, we're actually dividing by the positive. So our sign's not going to flip here. We have n is less than or equal to negative 4. So again, it's only if the number in the denominator or the number in the bottom is a negative that we have to worry about flipping the sign. Over here in question 2, we have like terms on the right-hand side. So we're going to keep the 5 over here is greater than or equal to negative 3 plus 2 is going to be negative 1. We've got plus 6m. And then we want to isolate that variable. So go ahead and add 1 to both sides. We have 6 is greater than or equal to 6m. And then we can divide both sides of the inequality by 6. So just keep in mind, I know that sometimes this will throw you off. 6 divided by 6 is just 1 is greater than or equal to m. So we'll take a look at a couple more examples here. Question 7, for example, involves the distributive property. So we can go ahead and distribute first. That'll be 24 plus 8x is less, whoops, let me go ahead and fix that here. Okay, so 24 plus 8x is less than or equal to, distributing this 5 is going to be then a 15x minus 25. So then we want to get all of our variable terms together. Like I've said before, I like to keep my variable term positive. So I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides, which is going to leave my x's over here on the right. So at the same time, I'm going to move that 25 over. So I'm going to add 25 to both sides. So on the left, that'll be a 49 is less than or equal to, over here, that'll be a 7x, and then we can divide both sides by 7. So 49 divided by 7, that's going to leave me with 7 is less than or equal to x on the right. And maybe we take a look at one more. So question 10 here, again, we're going to distribute on the right-hand side. So that'll be an 18 minus 6v is less than or equal to, distributing that 8 will be a 24 minus 48v, and then that minus 6 is just on the end. We don't distribute to that minus 6 because it's not within the parentheses. Now we can go ahead and combine like terms on the right-hand side. So we've got 18 minus 6v is less than or equal to 24 minus 6 will be 18. And we've got minus 48v. And then say we go to add 6v and subtract 18. 18 minus 18 is 0. Negative 6v plus 6v is 0. 18 minus 18 is 0. And then we've got negative 48 plus 6. That'll be a negative 42v. And so here, even though you've got a 0, we can still divide both sides by negative 42. 0 divided by anything is 0, but we were dividing by a negative, so we've got to flip that inequality symbol. We get 0 is greater than or equal to v. So for your assignment tonight, you're going to go ahead and finish this worksheet, and then your next synchronous lesson is going to be a quiz on solving linear equations and inequalities.